Hello, everybody. It's Manoli here with another Manoli's Musings. Manoli's Musings, people. Do do. Um, yeah. It is morning. It is the morning here. Usually I record these late at night, but I've been falling asleep lately because I've been working like a dog. Um, I've been tired. I've been pretty tired. Yes, yes, indeed. Yeah. So what's going on? How is everything? Everything okay? I'm gonna try not to try to keep it quiet here because I'm trying not to wake up the whole household. I got this big voice, this loud voice. It carries, and I'd rather not cause a ruckus. But I'm still gonna talk to you. And I'll probably end up getting loud anyway, just because you know me. I get worked up about things, and I just start. It gets louder and louder. Um, let's talk about my your Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's talk about them. So we won 11 straight, swept the Giants, swept the Padres, swept the Twins, and now we're moving on to the Royals. We took the first game against them. Let's keep it going, people. We won 11 straight, which is ridiculous. Let's make it 12 straight. Let's make it 13 straight. Let's just make it the rest of the season. How about we just don't lose a game? That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. I saw a statistic where like I don't know since I don't know we've really taken off, and it's been great. I love watching my Dodgers. People are like, well, that's boring when one team just steamrolls. It's not boring for me. It's my team. I could watch them win 100 different ways. I'll never get bored. And then we have to talk about the greatest trade ever in existence, the Juan Soto trade that the Padres did, and they were going to stand up to us, and they were going to turn around, and this was how they were going to compete with us. They got Juan Soto and Josh Bell and that other guy that I keep forgetting. What was it? I don't know. And they were ready to stand toe to toe with the big boys, and then we played them in a 3 game series, and we swept them. They didn't win a single game. They they scored one earned run in the entire series. One out of 3 games. Out of 27 innings, they scored one earned run. That is abysmal. That's embarrassing. That's why I call them the San Diego Pathetics. But then they said, you know what? We can stand up to y'all. We could be as good as y'all. You just wait till Fernando Tatis gets back. And look what happened. Look what happened. Fernando Tatis, he's not coming back, people, because he's got an 80-game suspension for performance enhancing drugs. Oh, he was juicing. Oh, what it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, really. What a sweet, humble man to get caught for that. Oh, what a tragedy. Oh, the poor Padres. What are they gonna do now? They're 16 games back. They're still in the hunt for the wild card spot. Well, good for you. Good for you, people. They want to beat us so bad. They want to beat us so bad that they had to make a trade that just basically destroyed their whole future to try to compete with us. And then their main star, he's taking the easy route there. His excuse, by the way, was that he was taking treatment for a ringworm, and it just happened to have this substance. So, it was his mistake. It was he didn't do it on purpose, but he just also happened to know why exactly that he had it, and yeah. So let's. I think we should believe him. Do you think we should believe him? He didn't mean to take he didn't mean to juice. He didn't mean to take PEDs. So yeah, I think Tatis. I think we should believe you. It was your mistake, right? That sounds reasonable. Hey, let me get a sip of water here. It's early in the morning. My throat's still dry. It's Charleston weather, people. You know, we're much more humid here than most places. Have I talked about this? And every genius will tell you that. It's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity. It's like, wow, thank you very much for that revealing statement. I never thought of that before. Never in my life. That's why it could be 88 degrees. We have a heat index of 107. And it keeps raining, storming every day. Like yesterday, it was 3:30. I looked out the window. It looked like the 10 plagues of Egypt out there. It was all dark. It looked like the sky was about to open up and hail and locusts were gonna come down and ravage our city. I was like, well, I guess this is it for me. This is this is how it goes. No, and it was thundering and lightning and all this stuff, and there's been water spouts recently. The weather's been going crazy here in Charleston, South Carolina. It's been nuts. Let's see what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, so Dodgers 11 straight. Let's keep it going, people. I love watching my Dodgers. Hey, how about this, Joey Gallo? We traded for Joey Gallo. Everybody scoffed. They said, "What was the point of that? This guy sucks." And he had one good game. I have to give him that. He had one good game. Max Muncy's doing better. He's turning around. So Cody Bellinger's doing a little bit better. You know, we might be. You know, some of our guys who've been struggling, they might be turning a new leaf here. A little momentum going now. 11 game win streak. Let's keep it going, people. Let's just pave a bloody path all the way to the World Series, and then let's win. It's been 2 years too long. Before that, it had been what 30 years, 32 years since we had won a World Series. Long before I was alive, by the way. I know I sometimes people say I'm an old man. Why is that? Why am I an old man? They say, Manoli, you're just an old man in a young man's body. I'm like, thanks. Thanks a lot. It's like I left this comment on this Elvis video, and I said I truly believe that Elvis is worth every other quote great singer today put together. And people are like, "That's preposterous! You're blinded by nostalgia. How could you say such a thing?" I'm like, I'm 20. What nostalgia? I'm 22 years old. I recognize when people are great. I recognize greatness when I see it. Elvis, baby. I mean, come on. You can't. Who today has the talent, the appeal, the personality, the stage presence that Elvis has today? Nobody does. Nobody has it. Nobody can sing like that today. I don't think so. I'm not saying that the people today are worthless. I'm just saying they ain't Elvis. That's preposterous. The people get so mad. It's like, okay, first of all, I left this comment on an Elvis video. So if you disagree, if you think that Elvis is not so good, why are you even here? Why are you here? Why are you watching the same video as me? These old people, they think they can't get over the good old days. That's what people say to me. I'm like, excuse me, I'm 22. Yeah, these are my good old days, and I still recognize Elvis's greatness. So, um, yeah. So just stop assuming that everyone who disagrees with you is some boomer or old or something, because it's not the truth. It just isn't. Actually, I think it's rather ignorant of you. I think it's a little bit prejudiced to assume that everyone who disagrees with you is old. And what if they were old? So what? So what if they were a boomer? So what? They can't have an opinion? That's ridiculous. I do old people. It's like go outside, please. I mean, really, people. Enough. Okay, enough. What the hell? Is that the air conditioner? It sounds like a sounds like a overpowered vacuum cleaner just turned on over my head. Um. Oh goodness. Yeah. So that happened. Also, I've been trying to find I've decided that the edition of the Iliad and the Odyssey that I have at home sucks. First of all, it's written in all that dost thou uh, language, ye, and what you call it. I don't know that words that that I can understand, but I really don't feel like having to go through the mental process of converting them into language I can understand when I don't have to. I mean, it's not like it's Shakespeare; it's a translation. So I could find a little bit updated language, and also it's in prose, which I can't abide because why would I read epic poetry in prose? That don't make any sense to me. It's like, would you read a Shakespearean sonnet in prose? I don't think so. So yeah, if anyone has any recommendations of a good translation of the Iliad and the Odyssey that's somewhat comprehensible and has line breaks in the meter and all that stuff, please send it my way because I've it's been I think I read it back in high school. I haven't read it since, so just send it my way. I want to read it again, and yeah. So and you know what? I think this is something else that's been bothering me. Why do so many people have to doubt that Homer was a real person? They say, well, there's little evidence to suggest that Homer even actually existed. There's a debate here that it was just a local collection of stories that kind of came together, and yeah, it was just an oral tradition that was passed on. You know what, people? I've had it, okay? Why you always gotta poke holes? Why can't Homer have existed? Why not? Why not? They say he was a blind poet from Cardamila and Chios. So you're trying to say he doesn't exist? You don't do that for anyone else. I never heard anybody else had their existence disputed. I don't see you doing the same about, I don't know, about Virgil, about yeah, I know he's much later, or I don't see you doing the same about, I don't know. They say Hammurabi's code, but what if he didn't exist? You know? What if yeah, nobody else they don't treat anybody else like this but Homer. And why? What for? Well, one person couldn't have wrote all that. It's preposterous to suggest that. It's like, yeah, maybe for your small brain, maybe for your can't do attitude, why don't you turn yourself around and make something of yourself, and then you could be like Homer too. Be remembered thousands of years later. Well, we believe that it was a group of people that came together. I don't care what you believe, okay? I don't care what the oral tradition was. I understand that these stories were passed down through speaking at first and then they were written down later. But they could have been written down earlier than what we know. You don't know that there wasn't an earlier copy of the Iliad and the Odyssey. You just haven't found it yet. And I think it's the lack of evidence does not mean it's a lack of existence, okay, people? So yeah, I've had it. Why you always gotta poke holes? Why you gotta dedicate your whole life to trying to discredit one man, a blind man who wrote the Iliad and the Odyssey, who came up with the idea at least? I'm not saying that there hasn't been embellishments as time went on, but at the same point, why did everybody credit it to this guy? Why didn't somebody else want to take the credit? Because he did it. Homer did it. It was the I don't care what what you believe. I don't care what the lack of evidence is. I don't care what the tradition was. I don't care what you have to say about the subject. Homer was real, and in this house, Homer is a hero, okay? From Chios. End of story. Homer is the man, okay? And no. All you so-called experts, these pundits, these historians, all they gotta do is poke holes. Oh, I'll tell you what, in 3,500 years, who's going to remember that you existed? They're going to find a piece of paper that said Homer was a fraud, and they're going to say, who's this guy? I don't know who he is. Nobody else talks about him because he's just over there researching away on his own, just saying, it's like, okay, 3,500 years from now, anybody going to remember you? I don't think so. Homer's remembered. Why wouldn't he be remembered? Because he did something great. One of the greatest works of art ever invented. He at least came up with the idea. At least it came from Homer. I'm just saying, people. It's this can't do attitude. There's no way somebody could do that. Well, maybe if you would just put a little more effort into creating your own art, and maybe you would believe too. Maybe for you, it would be impossible. But for a genius like Homer, it is possible. All things are possible. You just got to put your mind to it, okay? And then Virgil, the Roman poet, that tried to make a sequel to the Iliad. Are you out of your mind? It was just propaganda. He was saying that Aeneas was descended from Troy, and then he went on to found Rome, which got ultimate revenge on the Greeks. This is a bunch of propaganda, BS, trying to feel good Roman nonsense, trying to appease Augustus. Enough. It's ridiculous that it's even considered on the same planet as Homer. Okay, it's not good. It's a bunch of propaganda. It's a bunch of fantasy. Yeah, I understand the whole thing is fantasy, but this is just really. I mean, come on, it's beyond the pale. Why you got to piggyback on the works of a genius to try to introduce your own? You got to try to twist the story to your own, uh, your own devices there. Yeah, okay. It's the Iliad and the Odyssey. Don't read the other one. The spin off that Virgil decided to invent. Enough, okay? Between him and these so-called pundits, these historians, these experts, these Doctor So and So's, I've had it. Homer was a genius, okay? The genius Greek brain, as Mr. Fano says. Um, genius. Um, um, yeah. Uh, okay, guys, my fellow men, my fellow boys, what's going on? What is going on in the bathrooms? I didn't think I would have to bring it up on the show, but I think I will. Um, the other day, I went into the restroom to use it, and I hear in the stall this man is watching a full blown. I don't know. He's watching something, just full blast. His phone's on. I don't know, watching Wheel of Fortune or something. I hear it going. I'm like, seriously? Like, you're in a public place. This isn't your home. This is not your home. Why are you blasting that for all to hear in the freaking bathroom? It's like, have you no shame at all, people? Where has the shame gone and the embarrassment? We need to bring back. I don't know. People need to be humbled a bit. I don't want to hear you watching whatever that you're watching in there. Why you gotta blast that for all to hear? It's like it's just a bad image. I'm like, what? Seriously, people? And then what is the deal? I mean, are we okay? Why is it that some people they go up to the urinal and they go, oh, whenever they start going, it's like, okay, I mean, do you have an issue, sir? They like have the hand against the wall. They're leaning. It's like, do we need to call the freaking medic in here to have you checked out? Like, what is going on? Why do I have to be involved in your whole bathroom experience? I got to listen to you. Oh, and you're leaning against the wall. It's freaking disgusting. Okay. Yes, that's ladies. These are the things that go on in the men's room. I know we try to keep this stuff a secret, but I have to shame some of my fellow men in here. Y'all, enough. Okay, go in there, do your business, and get out. Don't sit there watching the Brady Bunch or moan and groan or you hear all kinds of stuff. It's really people have no shame. But then again, my mother's told me some stories about the ladies' room that sound really disgusting. She said that one time we were at Disney, she was looking. There was a line for the ladies' room, and she was coming out, and some woman walked in there, double fisted with turkey legs. I mean, what? That's disgusting. I mean, watching your phone in the stall is one thing, but eating in the stall, what are you gonna do with the double fisted? Just I don't even want to imagine the things that go on in there. I've heard some stories, and I think I've purged the rest of them from my mind, but I can't get rid of the turkey leg woman at Disney World. I just can't do it. Me and my friend, we keep making fun of these so-called Disney adults that go to the parks and they're like weirdly obsessed with Disney World. It's like, oh, that's nice, that's your thing, and they get like tattoos of the characters, and Disney, you're not allowed to dress in costume because they have people for that they pay. So they do what they call is a Disney bound, and they like emulate a certain character by like the colors that they wear, this stuff. So it's an interesting subculture. You know, I Yeah, I guess there's worse things to be interested in, but it is a little odd. And some people want to live at Disney, and they buy multi-million-dollar homes that have freaking Mickey Mouse all over them. It's like it's like, why would you do that? But hey, whatever floats your boat. If you want to bow down to the mouse, I guess I can't stop you. I can't stop you, people. Um, yeah, so we're always going back and forth with the Disney adults. So I guess I don't know. I don't know. I can't dissect this. Just they exist, and that is the thing. Um, what else do I want to talk about? I went a little fast here. Why you gotta fill up a half an hour? I don't know. Force of habit. It's a force of habit, people. What do you want me to say? I got nothing to do. I got nothing better to do. Nothing at all. Um, yeah. What am I gonna do here? I'm trying to think what else is going on. Oh, last week. Well, my parents are back, by the way. So I think last time I had the episode, they were still gone, and I had the house to myself. But everyone's back now. And but last week, my Thea Tony, she said she was making me dinner. She was making me all Greek stuff. I had what all did I have? I had keftedes. I had pastitsio. I had spanakopita. I had uvetsi. It was delicious. I mean, it was really good. It's the first real Greek food I've had since I was in Greece. Believe it or not, you just can't get it. You can't get it anywhere in South Carolina. It's just impossible to get half decent Greek. I don't know why. I don't know why we can't replicate it, but it's just I don't know. So she can make the stuff, man, and I thank her for that. I thank her for helping me out. She was watching a Astro Art Dog while I was at work, and my parents were gone, so I appreciate that as well. She making me dinner. She's a good lady, so thank you, Thea Tony, if you're listening to this. Thank you very much. That's all I got to say. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've been watching videos of Elvis too, and it was one. It's very amusing. It's called Polk Salad Annie. He's doing his dance. It's from the '70s, so it's when he's like big time Elvis with the big band behind him, the orchestra rather, and he's doing all kinds of dancing and stuff. Just go watch it. That's what I recommend for you. That's what I recommend. Would you take some advice from me? I think I know a few things by this age. I'm 22. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm a genius like Homer, who existed, but I am saying that I got some knowledge. I think some of the Greek philosophy passed itself down to me. I think I might be the 21st century Greek philosopher, maybe perhaps, but I'm also cognizant of the fact that I'm a total idiot half the time. So, take it with a grain of salt. I'd say it's about 50-50. Good stuff that comes out versus idiocy that comes out. So, you know, pick the stuff that sounds good to you. Maybe it's 60-40. I don't know which way, but maybe it's 60-40. So, yeah. Otherwise, I think I'm done here. So, thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, share it, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone you know. Come on, people, help me out here. Spread the word. But yeah, um, no, my numbers are pretty good, so I'm happy. More people listen to it than I ever thought would. So I guess I can't complain. So yeah. Anyway, people, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you have a great weekend. And I will see you next time. So adios.